Newly released body camera video shows the Adams County deputy who shot and killed a man last month had a gun drawn before the suspect did.
9 News reporter Rachel Krause talked with a use of force expert tonight who called this graphic and tough to watch video inconclusive.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Get on the ground.
Nearly 1 month after an Adams County deputy shot Mario Ortega at the Lakeside Motel in Denver, we're getting a closer look at what happened in those moments leading up to the July 14th shooting. Body camera video shows immediately after the deputy's arrival, he has his gun drawn, giving Ortega orders.
Get on the ground. What it is. I'm gonna punch you in the bro. Get on the ground. Get on the ground. Get your hands out of your buckets, bro. Don't dude. Move that. Dude, put the. He's got a gun. He's got a gun.
Less than a minute after he'd arrived, the deputy fires several shots at Ortega.
Let me see your hands!
Before taking cover himself.
271 suspect is down.
And after cuffing Ortega, laying bleeding on the ground, he starts CPR.
Hey, man. Go ahead and start medical code 3.
Ortega later died. According to the Adams County Sheriff's Office, there was no call for service to this location. Instead, the deputy self-dispatched. The deputy that night telling fellow law enforcement what happened.
He pulled the gun, he put it to his head, he had a holster on it. He grabbed the holster like he was going to pull it off and turn it on me.
Ed Obayashi, a use of force expert, watched this body camera footage. He explains that because the deputy did not fire his weapon when Ortega first reached into his hoodie, it appears the deputy may not have known Ortega had a weapon until one was pulled out. Later, moments before the deputy fires, what appears to be a holster is pulled from the weapon in Ortega's hand.
Regardless of what we see on video, what's important is what the deputy perceived under the stress of the situation.
Because of the way the video was blurred, Obayashi says, we don't know if that gun is pointed at the deputy or moving around.
The video is not conclusive, and especially without knowing more what was in the deputy's mind. This is just going to have to wait for the investigation to conclude.
An investigation into this shooting is underway, and the Adams County Sheriff's Office tells us the deputy has been placed on administrative leave. Soon after the shooting, we spoke with Yolanda Venzor, Ortega's mother, who told us it's heartbreaking to know her child had been shot and killed and still have so many unanswered questions lingering about what happened.
Yeah, I'm sure that family has even more questions after seeing the video. And like the expert said, so many moments blurred, I feel like I have even more questions. Right, Rachel, thank you.
Denver Fire Department says they are confident at this point that it was a natural gas leak that caused a house to explode last night. One person was hurt, went to the hospital. The fire department says that explosion killed someone's dog. Another dog was saved. The fire department says they're going to have to sift through what remains of that house near 4th and Lincoln to find the exact ignition point.
The man accused of exposing himself to women on hiking trails could face multiple felony charges. Jefferson County deputies arrested 20-year-old Glenn Braden this week after several women were targeted on trails between April and August. The sheriff's office is recommending 6 felony charges, including attempted sexual assault. Braden also faces 14 counts of indecent exposure, which is a misdemeanor. Investigators say Braden admitted he came to the trails after work and he would expose himself to women. He's being held on $100,000 bond. He'll be back in court next Thursday.
Let's take a look at our weekend forecast ahead with Lauren Robinson. We had a little bit of everything this past week. I mean, we came out of like fall-like weather, and then we had a cool day, and then things got hot midweek.
That's right. We did get a little bit of a break, but it is still summertime, so we're going to continue to expect those highs in the upper 80s, even low 90s in some places. We did have some brief storms push through this afternoon as expected, with some lingering showers and storms areas south of Denver. But right now, let's go ahead and take a look at our current conditions at DIA. 73 degrees right now, still pretty warm for 10:01 p.m. We're dry but cloudy. Dew points at around 52 degrees, so a little dry out there. Winds coming in from the southwest at 18 miles per hour. Some good news as far as our air quality alerts are concerned. This area is going to be a little smaller now that Gunnison County is no longer included in the wildfire smoke alert, but we will continue to watch for increased wildfire smoke in Hinsdale, Mineral, and Archuleta counties at least through 9 a.m. tomorrow. As you continue to monitor our HD Doppler radar, you can see a lot of moisture coming in from the south. That is what brought those very spotty brief storms this afternoon, and what's bringing bringing these little lingering showers between Denver and Colorado Springs right now. None of these storms are going to be very intense. They're still dying down as we go through the rest of the night. So I'll have details on what we can expect through the rest of the night, as well as your 7-day forecast just ahead.
67 lives are now known to have been lost in the massive wildfire on the island of Maui. Emergency officials say Maui's warning sirens did not sound as fire moved through the town of Lahaina. Drone video shows that much of that historic city is smoldering. The Hawaii National Guard is helping with search and rescue. That fire in Lahaina is 85% contained. There are other fires burning on both Maui and on Hawaii's Big Island. Tourists and locals are still trying to leave Maui. More than 20 buses work to shuttle people to the main airport on the island. It's estimated that about 1,400 people slept in the airport on Wednesday. One tourist from Colorado who was evacuated said she was shocked to see what she felt were similarities between our Marshall Fire in 2021 and the fires in Hawaii.
It was devastating to see how much damage had been done. The entire hillside on one area where a lot of houses, I believe, was just wiped out. We saw a lot of burnt out cars. And then the other section of town where the old historic town was just a blackened ruin.
It's been a tough week for Coloradans with loved ones in Hawaii. 9 News reporter Jennifer Meckles introduces us to a few of them, waiting anxiously for updates all week.
I have been told I could kind of make up my own painting out of this and tell my own story.
This is the kind of job Tommy Nahulu loves.
Any chance I get to paint and share the aloha, I do that.
An artist, a muralist.
It's the spirit of love. It's the spirit of community. It's the spirit of what we can do for each other.
Sharing the love of his Hawaiian home.
All my generations back, both my mom's side and my dad's side from Hawaii.
From his current home in Colorado, he can only watch as fires tear through Maui.
I have a very beloved cousin who has 2 kids, have their own place out there, but they're Lahaina. She lives in a place that's built of wood, and I just became instantly concerned. I didn't realize until I tried reaching her that that service was down, cell service was down. She ended up calling me, and she said, "Tommy, I'm sorry. I finally got to a place. I'm staying with friends now, and I finally got service, and I'm calling you first."
On our side of the island, all of the cell towers are working.
Mark Slattery and his wife raised their family between Colorado and Maui. His son is there now.
It's heartbreaking. I mean, there's just no way to describe it.
There is gratitude for what survived and grief for who has not.
We have this spirit called ohana, and it's family. And I'm sorry, it's starting to bother me now to talk about it. That, you know, a lot of the family is really hurting. And you know, I'm talking to my wife. I said, you know, Red Cross wanted 400 volunteers, and next week, if I can do it, I may jump on a plane and go back and help.
And this person who's full of aloha is truly someone who lives and breathes. And it happens to be my cousin.
Tommy painted his cousin into this mural weeks before the fire, a tribute to the home he loves.
Her story of what happened in Lahaina gives this whole mural a whole different story, a whole different meaning.
And the people who prove its resilience.
Tommy's also painted a mural with some kids at an elementary school in Lahaina. Based on photos from the fire, he thinks and he hopes that that wall is still standing. And Mark's son works at a local college in Maui. He's been trying to help fix equipment and with some of the efforts to make food for people that are sheltering on the island. So lots of folks trying to help.
Yeah, that's great to hear. I mean, we know what it's like to watch a fire, decimate an entire community, but to think about the death toll attached to this one, that is hard to grasp.
Yeah, and they're watching it from so far away. They can't be on the ground to help, you know?
Yep, it's tough. All right, Jenny, thank you for that.
Some people living on the streets of downtown Denver now at least have a place to use the bathroom. The city installed a custom porta potty near the corner of Champa and Broadway next to an encampment. It also includes a trash can, sharps disposal container, and hand washing so that it meets the health department's guidelines. And the city says they believe it's already making a difference.
There's human waste that's part of encampments, and so just providing that basic place to go to the bathroom. I've been talking to people out here today, and they say this is a great idea. We finally have a place that we can relieve ourselves, and that's really important and part of just being a human.
First Porta Potty is a bit of a pilot program. The city has 2 more stations ready to go if they feel this first one goes well.
Denver International Airport is the busiest it's ever been. In fact, it's too busy for the airport to handle. Records show DIA is struggling with its security lines more than any other American airport right now. In emails obtained by 9 News, Southwest says the lines, quote, caused hundreds of customers to miss their early morning departures. DIA says staffing isn't the problem. It actually has more staff than it's supposed to. The airport says it just needs to build more security lines.
The airport wasn't built to withstand as many passengers as we're seeing. We know that the security lines are a pain point. And it's something we're addressing. Just know it's not forever. We are working on this, and there will be relief in the future.
Well, there's that. The airport says new security lines will be open early next year. In the meantime, the airport started the DIN Reserve program. That's the thing that allows people to reserve a spot in a security line.